Hi everybody out there. Today we're going to be talking about pros and cons of living on the rocks here in the Florida Keys. I'm Lauren with Island Breeze Realty here in Marathon, Florida, and we're going to go over a list of cons first, and then we're going to move over to some positives. First on our con list is going to be traffic and tourists. We are a vacation destination, and we also have one road in and out, Overseas Highway US 1. So we get some bottlenecking, we get some built up of traffic, especially if there's some accidents anywhere. It's just the nature of the beast being down here. However, you just need to take that into consideration. So if you're coming here even on vacation, just be patient. It's what happens. If you're coming during a holiday season or you're coming during our winter time, right, we get all our snowbirds coming back. They're leaving that cold weather to come here and enjoy our beautiful warm sunniness. And it just gets a little hectic and a little crazy. So next on the list, I want to mention that it's hot and it's humid here. It's Florida. The pro I can throw into my con is that we're not in mainland Florida. We don't have all the large city buildings. We don't have all that pavement everywhere. So it's a little bit nicer here. It's not that same just hot that sits on top of you. The nice thing about being on a chain of islands too, right, is we get that breeze that comes through. So that's a little bit of a benefit there. But please note, it's still hot in the summertime. Our temperature average is about 89, which doesn't sound terrible. But if there's not a breeze, that sun is brutal. And we also have humidity. So if you're outside in the yard and you're thinking, I'm going to go out there for a little bit, work on some things, come in, no big deal, you are going to be sticky and moist. And you may have washed your hair that morning and all of a sudden it's just wet and yucky. Yeah. Gotta love that humidity. Next on the list is a little bit scary topic, hurricanes. We have to live with them. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. We had a bad one back in 2017, Hurricane Irma. The pros that I'd like to, throw in about a hurricane, and not that the hurricane is a pro, but what happened after that and watching a community come together was really fantastic and amazing. So there's good support here. Our hurricane season starts June 1st and goes through November 30th. Typically, September is one of our more peak months, and then into October some. One of those things, though, with being where we're at is that because we are on this island and we have, the ocean on one side and the bay on the other, the Gulf, typically if we have that storm surge, our water kind of has somewhere to go versus just sitting on land and staying there and being flooded out for a long period of time. So it's a little bit different than some of the other areas that do suffer from hurricanes. Next on the list, bugs. We've got mosquitoes. They are like our state bird here. We also have what's called no-see-ums. No-see-ums are biting gnats. They're called biting midges, I think, too. They actually have, cutting mouth parts versus just like a proboscis, like a mosquito. So their bite's pretty irritating. They leave decent-sized whelps on people, and they itch afterwards. I've heard of people that actually probably didn't realize they were being bit by no-see-ums so bad outside, and they're staying in maybe someplace, and they thought, oh my gosh, do I have bed bugs? No, most likely not. Those no-see-ums will get you, and they cause some impressive bumps, and they're very irritating. We also have another lovely little bug, and I shouldn't even say little. It's pretty big. It's the fancy way of saying it is palmetto bug. It's a big cockroach. It doesn't mean you're gross. It doesn't mean anything is gross in your house necessarily. We live in a tropical environment, and those big, nasty creatures are here. They just want to come in. They just want to check out your stuff. They're not everybody's cup of tea, that's for sure. The last thing on the list, I want to talk about shopping. We don't have department stores. We don't have a mall. We don't have places like that to shop. Key West has some stores. You'll find some surf-type shops, maybe some outlet stores, but when it comes to, like I said, those department stores or that mall experience, we don't have that here. You're going to be traveling back to the mainland. It's going to take you a couple hours to get there, or online shopping is going to become your best friend. So let's move over to our pro side of things. So the first pro I want to talk about is we live in paradise. Our first con was traffic and tourists, and we wonder why we have that. We live in paradise. It's beautiful here. We live on that beautiful chain of islands. We have turquoise waters around us. We're the endless summer, and even though it's hot and humid, it's just nice, right? It's just, if you love the ocean, you love that sunshine, it's a great place to be. The next one I'm going to lead to is we have no snow, no ice. I don't like adulting in snow. I've lived in Missouri. It's where I'm from. I hated having to shovel snow, shovel my car out, chip the ice off of it. I hated driving in it. It's kind of scary at times. So there's no snow here. So I'll take that hot humidity con, and I will just always put a positive spin on it because I don't have any snow. Next on our pro list, we're going to talk about creatures. We have such neat things, right? We have all of our ocean life. We've got sea turtles. We've got stingrays. We've got all different types of fish. We've got dolphins. Just super cool. Then on land, right, we've got saltwater crocodiles. We've got alligators. We've got all different types of birds. We do have iguanas. So next on the list is going to be fishing. So, right, we're in one of the prime fishing spots. I think Islamorada tries to say that they're, top fishing capital. Marathon's fantastic too, but just the Keys in general is great. You've got where you can go to reef. The reef, right? You can catch snapper, you can catch grouper, you can go offshore to, get your pelagic fish, and you're going to be catching sailfish, mahi-mahi, wahoo. And then say the ocean side's a little rough. Say you want to take the family out swimming, snorkeling, diving. You've got the bay side. Sometimes it's a little bit calmer. The weather's a little bit more cooperating over there. And then there's different species of fish over there as well. So there's something for almost the whole family to do. You don't have to fish. You can just love to go out on the boat and hang out in the water. Like I said, swimming, snorkeling, scuba, it's all fantastic here. It's great. The last thing I want to say on our pro list is island life. And you're like, what is that? That's so simple to say, island life. But it is. It's that mellow, relaxed vibe we have down here. You'll notice some signs when you get to the Keys. I have one where I live as you enter in that says, "What's your hurry? You're here." And it's the truth. It's not the same hustle and bustle as it is in the city. You'll definitely notice, right, everybody's cruising in flip-flops, t-shirts, tank tops, shorts. You may go into a restaurant where you think it's a little bit more fine dining, and you get that wonderful mix of people who have, did it up that night, and then are, other people that are just living that island style and loving it. So that's just a little something about the Florida Keys here. Like I said, our little pro and con list. We'll have some follow-up videos too. We're going to talk about some misconceptions of the Florida Keys and hopefully also go into detail about maybe some other items. Have a great day, guys. Thank you.